The Sayyid al-Ulama, the leader of all the scholars on the Day of Judgment, is Muadh ibn Jabal. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that Muadh would show up on the Day of Judgment ahead of all of the ulama, standing in front of all the people of knowledge, and he said that he'll have a degree ahead of them. He'll be standing with a space between him and them, so he'll be clearly distinguished from amongst them. Prophet, peace be upon him, was narrated to have said that Muadh is the most knowledgeable person from the first and the last of people, other than the prophets and the messengers. He was a young boy when the Prophet received revelation. He was known to have one of the most beautiful appearances and the characters at the time. The Prophet said, if you want to learn the Quran properly, learn it from 4 people: Abdullah ibn Masud, Ubay ibn Qab, Muadh ibn Jabal, and Salim Mawla Abu Khudayfa. He lived in Medina and accepted Islam very early on and at a very young age. The Prophet, peace be upon him, saw a lot of potential in Muadh, so he kept Muadh around him, and the noble Prophet spent a lot of time investing in him, in terms of knowledge, in terms of the revelation. And there is something very special about this, that Muadh could have easily been overlooked because of his age. He became one of Qutb al-Wahi, one of those whom the Prophet, peace be upon him, entrusted to write the revelation. So like Zayn ibn Tahabt, he was literate, he was able to read and write, and he becomes an authority on the Quran. And I want you to just imagine in a society where you have the people of Mecca, the people of Medina, you have Abu Bakr and Umar and Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, and some of these amazing senior Sahabas. Muadh was a teenager at that time. The Prophet said, the most knowledgeable person in my ummah about what is halal and what is haram is Muadh ibn Jabal. He was one of the few people the Prophet allowed to give fatwa while alive. Alright, this means that the Prophet, peace be upon him, gave Muadh to authorization that if I'm not around, people go to him and ask him questions. So he had the rank of being able to give fatwa during the lifetime of the Prophet, peace be upon him, as a young man. After the Muslims and the Prophet conquered Mecca and returned to Medina, he put Muadh in the charge of teaching the people in Mecca the religion. He was the first teacher to teach Islam. The Prophet sent him to Yemen to introduce Islam there. The dialogue between Muadh ibn Jabal and our Prophet, peace be upon him, regarding how to rule the court in Yemen are as follows. Muadh, who answered the questions of our Prophet, said that he would first rule according to the Book of Allah, and if he could not find the evidence he was looking for in the Quran, he would look at the Sunnah of our Prophet, and if he could not find it there, he would also make his judgment. He replied that he would decide according to his opinion. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, was pleased with this answer and praised Allah. He also advised people not to create difficulties by making things easier, to give good news, and not to cause hatred. When our Prophet, peace be upon him, who walked with Muadh bin Jabal for a while and sent him off to Yemen, told him that he might not see him again, and that he would find his masjid and grave only when he returned to Medina, Muadh bin Jabal cried, and our Prophet consoled him. Muadh, who married a woman from Yemen, refuted this false statement of Aswad al-Ansi, who claimed to be a prophet there and dominated many regions of Yemen in a short time, within 3 months. A while after the death of our Prophet, peace be upon him, he finished his duty and returned to Mecca. He participated in the wars in Syria during the period of the caliphs and worked as a teacher there to explain Islam.